You need to understand that all across the globe, in the last 2 weeks, since the United States decided that they wanted to have a dictator, anybody who cares about life on this planet is upset. Now, in the past week in Australia, over 100 climate scientists, many of which were early researchers, met. And the point of this was to show people who mostly ignore it, and Australia is very guilty of it, but they may not want to be, considering that the Antarctic ice is melting. Now, I've mentioned this, and I know the bloated fellow says, what's so wrong about that? You get some more beachfront property. Again, ignoring the fact that beachfront property that was there is now underwater. The ice shelf in the Antarctic is estimating to lose 7 million tons of ice every hour, thanks to the fact that we're boiling the planet, and there has been less ice because we're boiling the planet. No snow, no ice. It's kind of a, cute little thing. And it's sort of one can't happen without the other. So if you keep heating up the planet, you can't get the snow, you don't get the ice, and your problem continues. And before this century is over a meter of water is how high the ocean will have risen. Now, it's only done about 10 centimeters in the last 100 years. And I know to a lot of you that's nothing. Show me where the water's going. But anyone who's ever had a visit or a cottage to a small lake has seen what it's like when in the spring the water level's high, and when the fall comes the water level is like 5 feet lower. And that's just because within lakes they'll be doing this adjusting with the temperatures and the weather and the seasons. But there are those out there who just seem to think that this is all imagination. Yeah. Because all of this droughts that are happening, they happen all the time. The fact that the Sahara is flooded with water, the desert is flooded with water, it's just the weather. I am so glad that there are idiots out there that will reassure me that it's just the weather. And I gotta tell you, it's one of the few things that makes me happy that my son passed at the ripe old age of 31. He wouldn't be able to cope with this, just like he wouldn't be able to cope with the fact that once again for it's been 80 or 90 years, so the world is trying to kill all the Jews again. It does seem to be almost like clockwork that you do that. Bearing in mind, United States, a lot of your immigration problem is climate resulted. It's climate caused. Their countries are boiling. They can't grow food, so they go to the country that is helping ruin them.